Hello, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Welcome to Mystic Unicorn Tarot, and welcome to another general love reading for you. Yes, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Please keep in mind, guys, that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, this is a timeless reading. This does not have to resonate for you at any specific moment. Whenever you are guided to watch this reading and it resonates, then that is the message for you in that moment. Keep in mind, you guys, that there are a plethora of readings here on Mystic Unicorn that are all timeless. So if at any moment you are seeking guidance in love and you don't know where to go, where to turn to, you could always turn to Mystic Unicorn Tarot, yeah, and check the playlists that we have here for any of the signs and just go through and pay attention, pick through the titles. Yeah, just pay attention to the titles, see what calls to you at that moment, and tune in and see what that message has for you. Okay. Other than that, though, let's get into this for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What messages do we have for our fire signs in terms of love and interpersonal relationships? Okay. All right. Okay, one more shuffle, but as I was asking that question, guys, I saw green and blue. If you don't know this about me, often when I channel for people, more so individuals, like when I do private readings for people, I often see colors that correspond to, you know, the different chakras within the body, but also kind of give me an idea of where your energy is concentrated or what mode you are in the moment. Like, say, if I see yellow, I get the feeling that you're looking to take action, or maybe you're having trouble taking action. If I see orange, I get that maybe you're in a little bit more of an emotional state, or you're focused on your emotions right now, or something's going on with your emotional body. For you guys, fire signs, what I saw when I started asking, you know, what messages do we have for our fire signs? I saw green, which corresponds with the heart chakra. And then I saw blue, which corresponds with the throat chakra. And immediately the first thing that I get from this is there is a need to be authentic in your personal life, in your interpersonal relationships, whether this resonates for you on a romantic level or just on a platonic level. To be quite honest with you guys, I do feel like this is mostly on a platonic level. Obviously, this could represent romance and everything. And yes, this is a love channel, and so we're talking about love, but love also often just will incorporate or represent interpersonal relationships like friendships and family and stuff like that. So overall, for you fire signs, I feel like either there is a need for you to be more authentic within your relationships, speak up, speak your truth. This is not something, especially like, okay, this probably is not something that's typically out of the ordinary for a fire sign, especially like an Aries or a Leo, even Sagittarius. You know, you guys you're all the fire signs are quite expressive. But I guess for whomever this reading is for, or whomever this message is for, I get this feeling that you have trouble speaking your mind or speaking your heart. I get this feeling that somebody or you here have some sort of complexes or conditioning surrounding asking for what it is that you want, or just being truthful about who you are or what it is you want in a relationship. There's trauma surrounding that. So your guidance here is that you need to really start working on that authenticity, speaking your truth, speaking from the heart, like this could be literal or figurative, but like speaking what you hear from your heart, instead of getting a message from your heart or feeling something and then expressing it, but expressing it in a way that isn't quite exactly what it is you're feeling, like twisting the message so that it doesn't rub people the wrong way or something like that, or you don't have to face the rejection or face the feelings of rejection should you say exactly what it is you're feeling or exactly what it is you want, and someone reject you, or someone have a negative reaction to it, or someone get angry with you or something like that. Because when you do things like that, when you get a message from your heart and then go to voice it or express it, but in your expression, you twist it and contort it and change it so that it's not, it takes the edge off, or it's not quite what your heart was trying to say, that's a betrayal of self, okay? So this, now either you are needing to do this, either you're needing to, work on expressing yourself more authentically, truthfully, or you are in a time period right now where you are very focused on being authentic, consciously healing, healing methods or modes of authenticity, being way more authentic in your love life with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends now than you ever have been. There has been this level of hermit mode energy that the whole collective has been rolling with, or at least has been coming up for all of the collective lately. Fire signs, I definitely feel that for you right now, but I also feel like if you are hermiting, you're hermiting because you are working on getting down to the bottom of what it is you truly feel, how it is you truly feel about situations or circumstances interpersonally in your life, just in general. But that does represent you needing to move away or be cordoned off from a lot of the people that you normally surround yourself with, so that you can go within and hear what your heart is actually saying to you, so that you can then express that in an authentic way, whether it's actually speaking it verbally or whether it's putting it into certain actions or taking certain actions to fulfill what is coming through with your heart. But I get a big feeling, fire signs, that this has a lot to do with you keeping to yourself, so that you don't have to deal with the interferences of other people, so that you can get down to that level of authenticity. So either you are needing to do this, fire signs, like the energy right now is calling for you to do this right now, or you are actively doing this, okay? That's whomever this message is for, that's what you're going through at this time, yeah? Let's see, what else can we get from my fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Okay, we do have talking. That's funny. There's that throat chakra energy right there. Talking, okay? Interested, conversing more, avoiding, awaited message arrives. Text, call, email, hovering. There could be some people that are hovering around you. You may have disappeared from a number of people to stick to yourself, and they're like, where the hell is fire sign? And then you have heartbroken. Yes. You're gonna, there we go. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Okay, let's get one last card for my fire signs, please. What's going on for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in love and interpersonal relationships right now? What's going on for fire signs? One last card. And camera. Okay, ooh, all right. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. All right, and then overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So yes, there is definitely a level of heartbroken energy here. All right. So what I'm seeing in the colors that I saw for you, blue and green, those are being reflected here in the cards that we have right now. Talking, which is the blue energy of your throat chakra, or expressing yourself, or a level of authenticity. And then you have heartbroken here, okay? And which is the green chakra, which is the green color, which is your heart chakra. There are levels here of being deeply hurt, okay, and sad. But the main thing that's sticking out for heartbroken here is separation. And that's where I was feeling that energy of there is a level of you keeping to yourself right now, or at least needing to keep to yourself. Some of you are drowning out Oh boy. For some of you, this is coming up because like I see you in a sea of people just trying to drown out what your heart is really telling you. You don't want to express it. You don't even want to know about it. It's whatever seems to be coming up for some of you. It's something that's been a problem for a while. And I get this feeling for you that this is, if you don't allow this to come up, if you don't allow this, whatever this is from the past, camera here, there's something from the past, reminiscing, keepsake, learn from the past. There's something that's been trying to come up, that's been trying to be released, and somebody here keeps just blocking it down, blocking it down. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to express this. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to know about that, this, that, and the third. The more you push this away, the stronger and stronger it's going to get. And what I get for you here, for this specific part of the message is, eventually it's just going to be so forceful that it's going to be like an eruption. Like I literally feel a volcanic eruption coming from somebody in this fire sign collective, because they just keep pushing down what it is they're truly feeling. This could be in a specific relationship, is what I'm getting here. All right, let's talk about this. I guess this is where the relationship message is. There is someone out here that has a relationship that either feels like they can't express themselves authentically with this partner, or this person has conditioning surrounding their authentic expression. And it's not that they can't express themselves with their partner, it's that they have trouble expressing themselves anyway. And this partner, this is the dominant thing that I'm feeling here, okay? So, but take it as it resonates. This is a general reading. The dominant thing that I'm feeling in this relationship is that the person's partner, the partner of the person that's having trouble authentically expressing themselves, is waiting for their person to speak to them, to talk to them, to tell them what's going on. In some cases, this partner may not even be aware that there's an issue. Like they may be aware that like something's up with you, or like, you know, you haven't quite been the same, or you've been really quiet lately, or like you're not really talking much. You usually talk all the time. Like what's wrong? But they don't know what's wrong. And they're not going to know if you don't speak up. But that's the problem. You need to speak up. Because if you don't speak up, this is just going to build and build and build. And I swear to you guys, I see somebody drowning in a sea of people, and this energy is just building within them. And eventually it's all just gonna come raging out. And you know how us fire signs can really explode sometimes, like especially my Aries. Okay, Aries are the most susceptible to just explosions out of nowhere. Leo will explode, but when a Leo explodes, that takes time and effort. And usually when a Leo explodes, man, it's massive, okay? And Sagittarius can explode too, but Sagittarius is darting around all over the place everywhere. You know, they're trying to distract themselves here. There may be little explosions here or there, you know what I'm saying? But like, there is something from the past that you need to talk about. Okay, let's start clarifying here. For my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, what is going on? What's going on here? What's going on here, fire signs? And now fire signs, keep in mind that this doesn't necessarily have to be you. This could be your partner too. Like this could be someone that you're connected to, okay? But it's coming up because you're the fire sign, and this is like heavy on your energy right now, okay? But anyway, let's see what's going on here. Show us heartbroken first. What's this heartbroken energy from my fire signs? What's going on here? The Fool. What's this heartbroken energy for fire signs? The world, whoa. The Nine of Pentacles and the Tower in reverse with the Three of Cups. This is very interesting. Wow. All right, fire signs. So this heartbroken energy for you, it seems that you have a desire to be independent, to be sovereign. This also may be why I'm seeing somebody in like a sea of people. Like the image that I have in my head is like a dark area, or maybe this is like in a club or something like that. You know, it's kind of dark. It's weird lighting, and I see a figure. I see a person, man or a woman. It doesn't matter. I see a person that is just standing on their own, by themselves, not really talking to anyone, and there's just a sea of people around them, all doing their thing. You know, talking to each other, having fun, having this conversation, having that conversation, blah, blah, completely oblivious to the person that's standing in the center of this, that is just standing on their own, kind of looking like they're getting lost in this sea of people. That sea of people is represented by this Three of Cups energy here. Okay. This person is getting lost in the sauce of all of these people around them that it seems that they really want nothing to do with. My attention was just drawn to Pisces up here on my table. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. But Pisces is the ruler of the 12th house. And this is and this is kind of what can happen in the 12th house, okay, in astrology. The 12th house is, again, ruled by Pisces, but it's the house of the collective. Sometimes people refer to it as the house of God. It's the house of unity. It's the house of oneness. You start in the zodiac, you start in the first house ruled by Aries, which is the house of the individual, okay? And then you go through the ring of the zodiac and end up at the 12th house, which is where you're coming back. You started as an individual and now you're coming back to the collective that you came from. Okay, the unity of all that is. And sometimes the danger of being in the 12th house energies is that because it is of the collective and not of the individual can get lost in the sauce of the collective, can find themselves kind of losing their sense of identity, or at risk of losing their sense of identity under certain circumstances within the 12th house. It's not that you're meant to go through all of this as an individual and then get back to the 12th house and lose your sense of identity or lose your sense of self. No, it's really about taking that sense of identity and bringing it into the collective to work on behalf of the collective. But given certain circumstances, okay, there is a possibility that you could start to lose your sense of self in this collective energy. And that's kind of what I'm feeling like for these fire signs here who are resonating with this message, or who this message is meant for. This Three of Cups energy represents this crowd, or this sea of people. Okay. And it very much looks like, in my mind's eye, it looks like a club. It looks like, you know, a nightclub where everybody's drinking, partying, having fun, dancing around, doing drugs, like blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop and all that bullshit, right? But then you, as this fire sign, or whomever this reading is for, you're there probably with intentions to party, but this is not the type of party you want to be in, or this is not the type of setting that you want to be in. For whatever reason, you are heartbroken by this situation. And this is not telling me why you're heartbroken. This is just telling me, well, okay, actually it is kind of telling me why you're heartbroken, but you're heartbroken because you're staying in this situation. And that is indicative of the Tower in reverse. It seems that you here, fire signs, or whomever this reading is for, it seems that you are trying to avoid a Tower moment, when what you really want is to take a leap of faith out of this circumstance here. It's interesting that the Fool is here. Well, okay, the Fool came out first. The Fool showed itself first. But then after that, in the sequence of this this message. After that comes the world. But really, in the tarot, the world comes first. Well, the Fool does come first. You go through a whole cycle of situations, and then you reach the world, which is the completion of the cycle. You close that out, you leave that cycle, and you enter into a new one, and then you effectively circle back to the Fool, where you take a new leap of faith in a new direction. But the way that I'm reading this, I mean, the way that I'm reading this right now is that you are desiring to take a leap of faith, okay? But let's say you took a leap of faith into the situation or circumstance, into a situation or circumstance that has led you to the place that you're at right now, okay? You took a leap of faith, you've been cycling through, you've been going through this relationship with this person or this relationship with these people, okay, this whatever. And now you're reaching a completion of that cycle. And you desire to be an independent person away from this kind of hive mind mentality, 3 of Cups. But the way that I'm reading this is, you would like to take a leap of faith now, much like you took a leap of faith into the situation that you currently find yourself in. You would like to take a leap of faith. But in order for you to take that leap of faith, fire signs, you have to complete this cycle first. And that completing this cycle means ending something about this situation and standing on your own, 9 of Pentacles. And this 9 of Pentacles energy absolutely involves or includes you being as authentic as humanly possible, fire signs. But then that means if you're going to do that, you're going to have to create a tower moment, right? Or there's a tower moment that's going to happen. And what I'm hearing, what I heard is you're going to have to break up with these people in some way, shape, or form. In order for you to be authentic, in order for you to express your authenticity, or at least express yourself as the person that you have grown into at this point, since you started this cycle here, you are going to need to express yourself in some way that's probably going to rub these people the wrong way, or is probably going to be an affront to these people, or is probably going to be some sort of like, whoa, is this coming from? Some sort of sudden change. But you're avoiding a tower moment, fire signs. And I really want to say something about this just isn't like you. Now, I'm speaking generically in that sense. Maybe you're a fire sign that has some sort of difficult aspect or challenging aspect when it comes to the actual fire within you, expressing your fire, okay? But this is going to take having to talk about something. Let's clarify that. What's talking? Clarify talking for fire signs. The Moon. You've been hiding your feelings. You've been really hiding your feelings. The Queen of Pentacles, okay? Clarify talking. Wow. Yeah, you've really been hiding your feelings, fire signs. You have clarifying talking here. What is it you need to talk about? You have the Moon, the Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot in reverse, which is very similar to this Tower energy in reverse, and the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is all about perseverance. Okay, when I first started reading tarot, the 9 of Wands for me was my just keep swimming card. You know, like Dory from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Just keep going. Okay, don't stop now. You're almost there. You're almost at the end. Just keep going. But for you, fire signs, in terms of this situation, it's not a situation where it's like you're almost there. Don't stop now. You're about to reach the finish line. It's like you're just persevering with this situation. You just keep going with this situation. Instead of talking about it to incite, to bring some sort of change, you just keep plugging along. But what you need to talk about here, fire signs, is you need to talk about your emotions. You need to express your emotions. You have the Moon. You have to talk about how you've been hiding the fact that there's something about self-worth here, or your sense of self-worth, that is being hidden, that you are hiding. Okay? I mean, and then you have the Chariot in reverse. This is not you. This is not the right direction for you to be going in. Or at least at this point, this situation has come to a place where it's like, this is not right for my soul any longer. This is not somewhere that I want to be. This is not something that I'm wanting to pursue. Some of you have some really extreme defenses up right now with this Nine of Wands energy, but ultimately here, there's something you don't want to be involved with any longer. And you need to express that. This could be involved, this could be, this cycle here that or this situation that you've been in has helped you learn something about your self-worth, or about worthiness, or about the balance of give and take in your life, about reciprocity in your life, about what it is you want to give your time, attention, energy, and effort towards. How it is you may not necessarily be valued quite enough. And maybe in the beginning of this situation with this person, if this is a romantic relationship, or with these people, if this is platonic and or familial, when you entered into this cycle, you did not have this self-awareness, I want to call it. You did not have this sense of awareness of your self-worth. But now, as time has gone on, things have changed and your perspective has changed. And now you have a message to send. You have something coming up from your heart that is very authentic to how it is you feel now. But that is different to how this group or this person or your relationship with this person or this group has been running. It's different from how these people see the situation for themselves. It's different how your partner, this other person, sees it for themselves. And you're stopping yourself from expressing this. For some reason. Either the strongest thing that I get is you have changed drastically, but the people around you have not, or the significant other has not. And you don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to cause a tower moment by now expressing this brand new thing that ultimately could spell the end of your involvement with each other. But fire signs, you have got to be authentic. You have every right to stand up and say, I have changed, or my thoughts, my feelings on this have changed. My circumstances have changed. And if the people around you cannot vibe with that change, or maybe will not vibe with that change, choose not to vibe with that change, very much a hive mind mentality with that Three of Cups energy, then hey, that is okay. Even if the situation ends less than amicably, you know what? In the grand scheme of things, fire signs, that is okay. Those are just not your people any longer, or that's not your situation any longer. You deserve to move forward towards a greater expression of reciprocity here, or self-worth. But what you need to talk about, fire signs, is either you're not going in the right direction for yourself, the Chariot in the reverse, or you don't want to continue going in this direction. You want to change direction here. Okay? All right, finally, let's look at camera, because I feel like camera can give us a little bit of an insight as to what actually happened here. What has gone on in the past to create this change? What is camera for my fire signs, please, Spirit? Strength. Leo energy, okay. The Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Clarify, camera. And the Ten of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, in all honesty, fire signs, the long and short of this, and I guess I should just keep this as general as possible because this still is a general reading, but what I get with strength, the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles is you seem to have come to a level of greater self-awareness. What I'm hearing is a greater sense of self. The situation that you've been in with this individual or these people, whether this is This really can resonate for someone, whether it's a group of people or a relationship with a group of people or a relationship with one specific person, whether that situation with that one specific person is platonic or romantic, it doesn't matter. I mean, this could even go so far as to resonate with business colleagues, business associates, whether this is within your job, within a company, or whether this is just like a group of colleagues that you vibed with. Like, I'm getting images of, like, you know, people that work within the same field that are amicable or friends, but like get together every once in a while to talk about the trade or to talk about the business or talk about the whatever they do, right? Like let's say get together for like regular lunches like once a month or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. It just feels like you have gotten, in terms of the past here, you have gotten a greater sense of self. I feel like you're inspired somehow with this Knight of Wands energy. Okay, you may have been able to overcome some sort of egoic reality or egoic circumstances that led you to this situation to begin with. Your sense of identity has changed. Okay, that's what it boils down to, fire signs, is at its basic level, the past has helped you, the past of this situation has helped you come to a change in your sense of self, a change in your sense of inspiration, a change in the direction that you would like to move in. And as a result, this situation has come to a close or is coming to a close, or this connection with this person, this relationship with this person or these people have served its purpose, 10 of Pentacles. And you're ready to move forward. You're ready to move on with this Chariot in reverse, but you are not allowing yourself to do that. I see you as this Knight of Wands energy, but them as this Knight of Swords energy. Part of your adversity towards talking about this, fire signs, or expressing yourself about this, is probably the fact that the individual or individuals that you have to have this conversation with are probably going to fight you on it in some way. Whether it is they get actually upset with you and start like really trying to like discredit or debase you, or they're just going to try and argue with you because they feel some sort of affront to their own sense of identity in this situation. And that's what makes this tricky, fire signs. And that's where we get back into that 3 of Cups energy, or that hive mind mentality. Because what I feel like here is a lot of what you might be up against are individuals or a certain individual that identifies in a certain way and keeps people around them that shares that same way of identifying, or shares that same mindset, or shares that same belief system. The 3 of Cups, hive mind mentality. And the main reason why they keep these certain people around them or these certain relationships going is because of that sense of camaraderie. It's kind of a misery loves company energy, kind of, but okay, that's more of a, I don't know, that's more of a 5 of Cups energy. But I mean, whether it's good or bad, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, fire signs, or whomever this is resonating for, you have outgrown that. It's time for you to make a change, but you don't want to rock the boat because you don't want to be on the receiving end of this Knight of Swords energy. But the more that you stay in a situation that creates a blockage to your sense of authenticity, the worse it's going to get for you, fire signs. And eventually you are just going to explode. And for a fire sign to explode, that's not good. Okay? That can create, I mean, think about an actual explosion. Okay? You have fire exploding everywhere that can literally destroy, that could level a whole city block. Okay? That could level a whole freaking country. I mean, think about a nuclear bomb, right? An atom bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, given the proper circumstances, that explosion could be catastrophic, extremely catastrophic, worse than it actually has to be. The Tower in reverse, worse than it has to be should you just handle it now or as soon as possible before it reaches catastrophic levels, okay? I want to get closing message for you from the Tarot here, and then I'm going to close this reading out with some oracle guidance from the Romance Angels. Okay, closing message from my fire signs, please, Spirit, in terms of this reading. Closing message for my Five of Wands. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Okay, I want to start here, fire signs. I'm going to get more, but this kind of sums it up pretty perfectly. Okay, it doesn't. You're always going to be and have a differing of opinion with someone. There is never going to be a situation where everyone around you is going to agree with you 100%. Even if you're still vibing with this hive mind mentality, this Three of Cups energy, there are still going to be little bits and pieces that not everyone is going to quite see eye to eye, even if you all can come to a general agreement, right? This is what you're afraid of. I honestly, I just wanted to say Leo. Maybe this is a loyalty thing for a Leo here. Okay. But I feel like this is what you're afraid of. Five of Wands, discord, dissonance between members of the group or between you and your partner, differing of opinion. There might be energies of one-upmanship. This actually might be fairly toxic, fire signs. You might be dealing with someone here who's just going to try and one-up you, who's just going to try and prove to you that their way is better or their mindset is better or the whatnot, whatever. And that, like, this is kind of almost turning into a little bit of a Five of Swords energy, although it's not really, because quite frankly, this feels harmless. It's just, and maybe this, I just heard an irrational fear of dissonance, discord, of disagreement. That's what the Five of Wands represents, disagreement and needing to work that out. But the first thing I want to say to you about this, fire signs, is like, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. You are never going to avoid that. So why sacrifice your level of authenticity? Why sacrifice what your heart is truly calling for just because you don't want people to disagree with you, or you don't want to come across as disagreeing with others? But you see, that could be a trigger from childhood. Somebody here has real trouble expressing themselves authentically because of how they were treated as a child in terms of voicing their own opinion, and others and their parents or whomever they were around not appreciating that and creating trauma for this child surrounding that. And now you're an adult and you don't know the first thing about, I don't mean that offensively, but it's almost like you shy away from truly authentically expressing yourself. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But it still is not healthy for you, okay? Closing message for my fire signs. Seven of Pentacles. And the Magician with the Knight of Cups. See, here's your heart. Here is your heart right here, fire signs, asking you or saying to you, let's move in this direction. There's something new I want to go towards. There's something new I want to do. I'm done with this situation. You have the Seven of Pentacles also with that. And the Seven of Pentacles is kind of saying to you, we know what we're going to get here. We know, specifically speaking, the Seven of Pentacles is saying to you, you know exactly what this situation is. You know what is harvestable in this situation. And quite frankly, what is harvestable here is not what I want any longer. It's not what I want to be a part of any longer. And you guys can go around and around and around and around and around about this till you're blue in the fucking face, but it's never going to be resolved. Why? Because the real resolution comes from you moving forward in how your heart is asking you to move forward. And in some cases, that is going to mean moving forward without this person or without these people. But that's okay, because keep in mind, fire signs, you are a master manifester. So you can manifest the situations that you need for yourself moving forward. You can manifest a group of people or a partner that does align with you as you currently are. You're not completely assed out. You're not completely shit out of luck. You don't have to stay in this situation just thinking, or because you feel like, oh, this is all I'm gonna get, this is all I'm ever worthy of, or there really aren't any other people around that really resonate with me or think like I do or feel like I do, so I guess I might as well just stay here. No, fire signs, you're cutting yourself short. You are a master manifester. You can manifest or align with anything you want to. If you feel a certain way, if you think a certain way, there have to be other people out there in the world that think and feel the same way as you do, or at least similarly. There are billions of people on this planet, right? Or is it billions at this point, or millions? I think it's billion, whatever. Millions, billions, it doesn't matter. There's a shit ton of people on the planet. There have got to be other people around that resonate with you, that can see eye to eye with you. You might have your discord here or there, but at least it could be healthy discord. At least it's not someone trying to one up the other person, trying to prove themselves right and the other person wrong. No, there is such a thing as healthy discord, of a healthy argument, of you guys coming together and bringing your different points of view together and really truly talking about it to understand each other, to see what other, maybe even to look for different ways of points of view. And, that's healthy, that's great, that's possible. But you're not going to receive it, you're not going to find it, you're not going to align with it if you keep avoiding what needs to come down. If you keep avoiding bringing down what needs to come down, the Tower in reverse, okay? All right, let's close this reading out. Closing message for my fire signs from the Romance Angels. Yes? Whew. All right. Closing message for my fire signs. Here we go. Last shuffle. This came out in reverse and I want to leave it in reverse. It's getting to know each other, and this is perfect. This is perfect, all right? Look, this card says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. But that is exactly the problem here, fire signs. Somebody, you, whomever is resonating with this reading, feels like they can't truly express themselves. That's the problem right there. And if you feel that you can't truly express yourself, either you need to work on that within yourself, work on building your confidence there, and really the best thing for you to do is just to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, honey, okay? And allow your partner to work to help you, or your partners, go on if you're polyamorous, all right, shoot, go on, baby, but like, your partner or your friends or family or like whomever these people are, if they're not adverse to this, let them help you. They will encourage you to speak up. Somebody here is like, tell me what's wrong. Talk to me. What's going on? But also, fire signs, if you're dealing with an individual or individuals that don't really want to hear what you have to say because it doesn't fit into the narrative they want to hear, then you need new friends or a new partner. Period. Because you cannot go on living like this. This level of lack of authenticity is not sustainable, because someday, fire signs, you are going to explode. You are just not going to be able to hold it in any longer, and all hell is going to break loose, and things will be way worse than if you had just spoke up when you had the chance to begin with. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I am sending you so much love. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined and haven't done so already. Yes? With that said, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading very, very soon. Take care. Bye.